Hey guys, it's Britt coming to you live, and I'm so excited. This is the last few hours, you guys, that you have to sign up for the Manifest Your Dream Love and Life bundle, where you get 3 of my courses for 60% off. So I wanted to pop on here and share a really valuable tip that I feel like most people don't understand about manifesting your dream man, and it's about the quality of person or of woman that you are being. Like, you always attract people who are at your level. And say hi to me, you guys, when you pop on. But we always attract people that are at a similar level to us. So if we want to manifest men who are like our dream men, like total, like everything that we're wanting, we have to be everything that we're wanting to be from like inside of us, right? Like, we have to be our dream self and start living our dream lives. And then we can be a magnet for this level of dream man. So that's what I want to talk about today. Say hi to me, you guys, when you pop on. I'm wearing this dress backwards, but you know what? It looks kind of freaking cute, actually. I should just always wear it backwards, except this is the tag here. But I was just in the bath. I was just having a bath with my baby, you guys. Just super chill Friday night vibes, or no, Thursday night vibes. Okay. Before I get going on this, I'm just going to drop the link for the Manifest Your Dream Love and Life bundle, and I'm going to put in capitals last few hours. Last few hours, you guys. Last few hours to save 60% on my courses. Holy shit, did you know that? Okay, so I just put the link in the comments. You can go check that out. You can grab that, and I can add you to the courses right away. Yeah, I'm super excited about that. I actually originally scheduled this bundle like to end today because I really thought I would maybe like go into labor right now. This is the date that my fiance thought I would go into labor, so that's why I scheduled it like this. But yeah, it's just how it's worked out. I don't think it's happening though. I do not think it's happening. But yeah. Oh yeah, totally. I understand. There are super easy payment plans available too on this bundle though, you guys. Like, you can get in today for $111. I just created a new extended payment plan today, you guys. Hey, Kissy. So I want to talk about this one aspect of manifesting your dream man that is all you, okay? It will require nothing but going inside yourself and asking yourself, who am I really at a soul level? Like, who do I dream to be? Okay? And then choosing to be that person, which isn't always easy because, you know, sometimes the person who we dream of being, we don't actually feel good enough to be, or we don't feel worthy enough to be, or we don't believe in ourselves enough to be our actual selves. But I'm here to tell you guys that if you're not being your actual highest and best self, you can't expect to attract men who are going to be that dreamy to you. Okay, so here's the thing. We always attract people who are a reflection of who we are being. Okay, and oh my God, I miss getting my eyebrows done. I want to get my eyebrows threaded so bad. They're so big and bushy. But I guess that's kind of like the style now, but I like mine to be less dark and thick. But anyways, what was I saying before I got distracted by my fucking eyebrows? It was something so good too. It was something so key for you guys to know. Yeah, so we always attract people who are on our level. Okay, and so if we want to attract men who are our absolute dream men, we actually have to step into our dream self. We have to start being who we're freaking meant to be in life, okay? And so this is like, I posted this quote like maybe it was a week ago or something, where I said, you know, men are flaking out on you because you're flaking out on your soul work. Do you guys remember when I posted that quote? It was just like a one-liner quote, and it was kind of like, I think that was the gist of it. It was like, you know, men are ditching you because you're ditching your own soul work, kind of thing. It was something like that I said. And, you know, this is just so key, like, because you have dreams inside of you, right? You have a soul purpose, you have a vision, you have like an entire reason for being on this earth, right? And when you bitch out on that, or you wimp out on that, and you don't, you know, take action, you don't, you know, get on the Facebook Live, or you don't like embody that confident energy that you know you're meant to be being, right? Like we all have an ideal self, right? Like take a few moments right here and ask yourself, like, who do I dream of being? Like, who did I dream of being as a child? Who am I really at the soul level? Okay. Ask yourself that. And then ask yourself, am I being that version of me? Okay. And maybe some of you are. And then if so, great. But I know for me, when I was attracting men who weren't my dream men, okay, or if I was attracting men that were my dream men, but I felt like I couldn't quite grab onto them, or they didn't quite like me, or they were always running away from me, and it was just this big constant drama fest, it was when I wasn't fully being who I knew I was meant to be on this planet. I was being shy. I was, you know, kind of like slouched over like this. I wasn't getting on a Facebook Live and sharing my truth like this. I wasn't, you know, doing what brought me joy like in my day-to-day life, or at least not every day, at least not as much as I could have been, right? And I was ignoring, you know, many soul impulses of like what I was to do with my life and my purpose. I was scared. I was living in fear. I was living in feeling like I wasn't good enough to be my real self. And then feeling like, you know, you feel this separation when you do that, right? Like you actually feel way more insecure, you guys, when you're not being your real self than when you actually flick the switch and start being your real self. It's the strangest thing. But like when you're acting from fear and you're like living in fear and thinking you're not good enough, and then you don't take action because you're afraid, like you don't get on the Facebook Live because you're scared to talk in front of people, or you don't, you know, wear the perfect outfit because maybe you think like you're like not quite the perfect weight yet or something. Or like whenever you do these little wimpy things where you bitch out on your soul, you actually end up feeling more insecure. Okay? It is the funniest thing. Like when I wasn't being my real soul self, I was way more insecure. I was way more shy. My voice was shaky. Like it actually is worse. So you're afraid to be who you really are. But I promise you, when you let out the real soul you you actually feel a lot less scared or nervous, like, to be yourself. It's way more natural to be your real self, but it can feel really scary at the beginning. Like, I remember the first time I ever went on a Facebook Live, and like I keep sharing that because that was one of the main reasons where I wasn't being my true soul self, is I wasn't, sharing my soul gifts online, and I hadn't, started up this business. I was kind of bitching out on it for a long time. And like, when I first went on a Facebook Live, I was so scared. I sat there for an hour. I almost threw up. I was hyperventilating. I was so fucking nervous. Like, it was scary. But now, I would feel like that if I didn't go on a Facebook Live, because it's like, I so need to express myself in this way. So it's actually easier for me now to just do this than to not do it, because it's my soul being expressed. So does that make sense, you guys? Like, it may feel scary at the beginning to do those things that you're meant to be doing. Like, you may literally want to throw up. You're so scared. Your voice may stutter on a video or on a first date or something with your dream man. Like, you might feel really nervous at the beginning, but once you get used to being who you really are and get used to being your real soul self, it's actually the easier option. Okay? Andrea says, this is me, this is it, lol. Yeah, it's so relatable, right? Like, but I did this for years, you guys. Like, I wish I would have had my own voice mentoring me back years ago to say this shit to me. So anyways, when you're not allowing yourself to be yourself, like when you get the soul impulse that you're meant to do something, like you're meant to, I keep saying the Facebook Live thing, or maybe you're meant to say hi to a certain guy or something, or maybe you're meant to sign up for a course, or maybe you're meant to share a post that's like your real thoughts, but you're freaking so scared to actually do that because, oh my God, what if people hate me, right? Like, there's so many things. And every time you back away from that thing out of fear, it's like you push away, well, you push away your dream life, okay? And sorry, this, like, I don't mean to be negative, but like, this is just the actual truth of it, is like, when you're not being your dream self, you push away your dream life. And so when you're not being your dream, like, ideal version of yourself, you push away your dream men as well. And it's not actually like that, it's more like you're pushing away yourself, okay? So let's just talk about something really deep and spiritual here for a second. Let's talk about the principle of oneness, okay? And being one with everyone and everything in the universe. So when you're not being your true authentic self because you're scared to, it's like you're not accepting yourself, right? You're not loving yourself. And then so these other versions of you, right? So your potential dream men, they find that's kind of a weird energy, because if they're your soulmates, they know the real soul you, right? And so when you act in this, you know, not soul way, right? You act in this fearful, insecure way where you're not really showing your real soul self, it repels them. Okay, and this can be said for actually soulmate friendships, soulmate clients, like soul life in general. When you're not operating from your real soul self, you push away your soul life. And now I'm starting to sound like Katrina Ruth, one of my mentors that I've worked with lots and done a lot of her courses and stuff. But yeah, like, it's the truth. Like, it's the same message because it's the truth. Like, your dream men might be repulsed by you when you're not being you, okay? And I'm sorry to say that, like, ouch, that can hurt, like, ow, like, oh my God, let's just cry for a moment and mourn that. But it's okay. It's okay. Because you know why this is happening? It's so that you can be the real you, okay? And you can have this opportunity to allow yourself to be your real self. And, you know, once you heal all of the I'm not good enoughs and all of the shame and all of the fear of what other people are going to think of you, you can be your real self. And it's going to be easier. It's going to get easier and easier as you do it, right? Like I said. And then that's when you can start attracting like a higher caliber of men. Okay? Like, I couldn't attract my dream men who were treating me amazingly when I wasn't treating myself amazingly. And this entire live stream, you guys, I actually got inspired. I watched one of my lives from a year ago. It was like on my memories, it popped up. And someone asked me in my live stream, she said, or she didn't ask me, she just commented. I don't know what I was talking about, but she just commented, oh, I want to manifest a sugar daddy. And I saw what I said to her on my live. This is a year ago, I said this. And I said, well, I said, you have to become your own motherfucking sugar daddy to manifest your sugar daddy. That's what I said. And I like giggled because I'm like, oh my God, like, that is like, that's so true. And that's kind of what I'm saying here, you guys, is like, if you want to manifest a certain type of man who's a certain type of way, like in this girl's case who commented on my video, she wanted to manifest a sugar daddy. If you want to manifest that kind of relationship with a man who's, you know, got the sugar and, you know, has the money, you're going to have to get your money shit together. And it doesn't necessarily mean you have to go out and start making millions of dollars before you manifest a rich guy. It doesn't mean that, but you have to have your mindset attuned to the frequency of abundance if you want to manifest a guy that's going to treat you like that. And like, if you're a woman who you don't treat yourself, like you don't like buy the things that you want to buy, you don't like take yourself out for dinner and go on like dates with yourself, you don't like get your hair done or whatever, you're not going to be able to manifest a man who will do those things for you, or it'll be really hard. So here's the thing. When I started like bawling the fuck out on myself and like buying myself whatever the hell I wanted, even when sometimes I had no idea how I would ever pay for it, that's when I started to attract men who would just naturally buy me things. I started to attract men who would just buy me things. Even guys like I wasn't even dating, like just friend guys, would buy me gifts. And I was buying myself gifts all the time. So it was like normal to me. Okay? And you know, you can even see this too, like when you start really treating yourself, you start really like investing in your own self, other people invest in you. And this is like something the coach people say all the time too, is like, if you want people to invest in you, you got to invest in yourself. And that is true, definitely. You also have to feel like you're good too, right? So it's two things. But like, if you want to attract a certain type of man, like let's take money out of the equation. But if you do want to attract a man with money, you're going to have to work on your own money stuff too to manifest that kind of man. Okay? And like, I really feel like I had worked on a lot of my money stuff, you know, before I attracted my dream man, so that like he naturally just stepped in, and he would always pay for dates. He would buy me gifts, and like, it was just very natural. And then he bought me my dream ring. Like, I didn't even have to like ask. Like, he just knew, right? And he just knew that I was worth it, and like that he wanted to do that. Like, I inspired him to give me things, but I was already giving myself those things. And if I wasn't already giving myself those things, it would have felt unnatural to receive those things from a guy. So that's kind of what I'm saying here, is like, if you want to attract a guy, like, let's talk about a different quality now, like besides money too. Like, let's just say you want to attract a guy who's like, he's really strong and confident, and he, you know, stands up for what he believes in, and he's just like, you know, totally has those masculine traits. But you're not doing that, right? And obviously you're not going to be like this big strong man and be all manly. Like, I'm not saying you have to become masculine in order to attract a masculine man, but you might find, if you're not attracting that type of man, there is an area in your life that you're wimping out. You're not being who you're really meant to be. You're not speaking your truth, maybe, right? Like, if you attract men that are like liars, lying to you, you need to look at like, where am I lying to myself? Okay? So is that making sense, you guys? Like, that's a super powerful truth that once you get, yeah, okay, Andrea says, I know what you were saying. Love hearing it. So true. We attract what we are. Dad says, I'm true. That's good. Erica says, agree. Perfect. Yeah, so this is so key, you guys. And like, I just can't stand, you know, when I read, like, I read a lot of like, well, not a lot, but I see women posting certain things, and I'm just like, oh my God, like, change your inner self, change your inner self, change your inner self. And when you change your inner self, you're going to change the type of men that are attracted to you, right? So when you start being your higher self, you attract, you know, higher versions of your soulmates. Okay? And it's not required that you have to be your higher self, or you have to be your dream ideal self to attract your soulmate. But if you want to be the joy of living, like I recommend you do, because that's what I preach, you want to get into the best version of yourself before you attract your soulmate, so that you can have the best, most joyous relationship possible for, like, with your actual dream man, okay? Like, with the dreamiest of dream man. So the more that you allow yourself to be your highest self and do the work on yourself that you feel is necessary to be that person, and it might just be as simple as flicking the switch and being that person, or it might be, you know, doing some type of self-work and healing work. And like, I was drawn and guided to many different things that I followed and pursued, and then, you know, eventually it just became easier to be my true self, which allowed me to attract my true soulmate and my true soulmate life. So everybody's path is different with it, but if you're ignoring soul and ignoring the impulses of things that you know you're meant to be doing, you're probably going to attract a relationship that's not the best possible relationship you could have. Okay? That's just the facts of life. Posting what, for example? What do you mean, Andrea? Posting what? I don't know what you mean. Did I say something about posting? I can't even remember. I've said so many things. Anyways, you guys, I think that's kind of my message for today. I did want to remind you all that this is the last few hours, you guys, to get the Manifest Your Dream Love and Life bundle. I've posted the link in the comments. This is for you if you want to start living your dream life now. You want my processes, you want my healing tools. I share with you so much gold, you guys. There's literally 10 hours of video trainings you're going to get access to as soon as you sign up. So much stuff in this, so much value. It's The best thing I've ever created. Not going to be offering a sale like this on my courses probably ever. Probably the price of this 3-course bundle is going to be the price of my next course or even higher. So if you want to save 60% off my courses, if you want access to 3 of my personal favorites, my best courses, Heal Your Jealousy, Light, Joyful, and Free, and the Soulmate Frequency, sign up today. There's a few hours left. Yeah, you receive tons of stuff, you guys. Like, go to the page and read all the stuff you get. It's actually cool. Like, even just, even if you don't sign up, which is crazy, you should sign up. But even if you don't sign up, just read through all of the amazing trainings, and even like the titles of the trainings will like fucking heal you. Like, just to read the, like, the titles of all of this good shit that's in there. But yeah, anyways, you guys, last few hours for that. And yeah, we're just on baby countdown right now. Baby countdown. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I hope you enjoyed this video. Charity says, have that baby girl. I know, I want to. I keep saying to him, like, come out, like, go down. But he is in the right place, according to the doctor that I saw yesterday. She like felt for his head and it was like down. So he's coming, you guys. This is the best time of my life. I want this for you. I want you to manifest your dream, love, and life. That's why I created the bundle. Check it out, read through it, sign up. I added a super easy extended payment plan today as well for you last call sneaking in people. And yeah, message me if you have any questions about it. And we'll talk soon, you guys. Remember, you came for the joy of living.